Stadium in Kansas City. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New England Patriots.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. On first down, Oakley. Throwing right, and that's complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Oakley. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Watch out for Hill on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
You saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On first down, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And now Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Oakley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
1st down, New England.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the gun, Oakley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Oakley. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right there, but don't catch it. Fuck you.
Only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So what a let-off.
Moves it to the right. He doesn't even do it. Nice.
Turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense.
And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, Oakland. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Oakland. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown to this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Oakland flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Oakland. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, we don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end. So
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if they're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big pickup of 38.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And it certainly doesn't hurt that at 6'5", he's got a big wingspan that allows him to go up and complete that play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Oakland. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Steps away, and he's going to keep it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And running with power here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I've got to be patient, baby. Just got to be patient.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. From the gun, it's Mahomes. sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, currently sitting in the number 2 spot. But remember, that no longer means a bye into the divisional round.
No, partner, you're right. They made that change for the 2020 season. So being in the number 1 spot is the ultimate deal. It used to be the top 2. Get those opening weekend buys. Now it's just number 1. But still, a lot at stake, as you mentioned. They could end up with 2, possibly 3 home games if things shake out correctly and they continue to win in the playoffs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the gun on 3rd down. Oakland. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Man, I've seen that play a couple of times.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
The evidence was right there.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
The Chiefs, 26-yard line.
They run again with Hunt. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Man, come on, boy. Come on.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Oakland. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact, the force incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 50.
Piece of shit, team.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. From the goal line all the way to the other goal line on that one. A full 100-yard return on the kickoff. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in how their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
2nd and 11.
They run with Hunt. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Pats, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5.